Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Welcome in to the Eagles Nest. First show of the new semester, so we have a lot of stuff on tap for you. We'll go through our over-unders for the next half of the academic year, see who the breakout performers of the week were, and sit down with Joe Clarke, assistant head coach of the Brockport men's basketball team. All this and much more coming up on the Eagles Nest. Welcome back into the Eagles Nest. Fortunate enough to be joined by a very special guest, assistant head coach to the Brockport men's basketball team, Joe Clarke. Joe, thanks a lot for joining us. Now, you started off the season 1-5, but since then the team red hot, 10-5, currently in third in the SUNYAC Conference. How were you able to shake that ugly monkey off your back at the beginning of the season and start to get into a groove?
I would probably dedicate that to a lot of hard work, especially in practice, and staying positive. We always told the players, you don't win championships in October and November. So since our, early struggles, we stayed positive. A lot of hard work, especially from the seniors and juniors, upperclassmen. And that kind of pushed us towards the direction we're headed to right now.
You brought in several fresh faces this season, and by far the most productive has been Kaheem Green, ranked 4th in the SUNYAC in scoring. Did you expect him to have this kind of success in his first year as a Brockport Golden Eagle?
Yes, we knew what Kaheem was capable of since the start of the season, seeing him in high school, even recruiting him last year at Suffolk. He's one of those athletes that we knew right away could compete and perform at the level he is now. So,
Gerald Williams has been fantastic for your team this year. He not only leads the team in scoring, but currently leads the SUNYAC in scoring. How important is he to your team coming down the stretch?
Well, Gerald, besides scoring, he brings a lot of leadership. He's one of those guys that works hard in practice every day. Even if he's having tough times scoring or shooting the ball. So he's one of those guys, on and off the court. He's so important to the team as far as, bringing everybody's spirits up and everything. And, like I said, off the court, he's that leader that, picks guys up, handles certain situations, and, he obviously does it on the court with the scoring.
How has he developed into the player that he is today?
It's kind of funny because I played with Gerald. When I was a senior, he was actually a freshman, so I got the pleasure to play with him. At first, he was one of those, just like any other freshman, quiet kid, worked hard like he does now. And I think that's what got him to the point, was he didn't stop working hard. And he's one of those guys that likes to learn, ask questions during practice. So I think that's why he is the way he is now.
Now, the highest ranked team after the first round of the SUNYAC tournament has home court advantage throughout the whole postseason. With only a few games left in the regular season, how would it be possible for Brockport to get that home court advantage?
Well, it would be possible if, obviously if we won out and you had a little help from some other teams. I wouldn't say it's a disadvantage not to have it. It's always tough to play on the road, but it's something that, you obviously got to do. And you're expected to win all home games, as we've kind of shown we've done. But the best teams got to win on the road, so if we got to do it, we got to do it.
Your last home game is Tuesday, February 15th against Buffalo State. Might be the last game ever for this group of seniors. What have these seniors meant to your team?
They mean a lot, especially most of them, I think, besides Fran, we're four-year players. So, all four-year players, mean a whole lot to the program as far as on the court and off the court stuff, and they'll be missed. They're good guys, good leaders, and they work hard. So.
All right, lastly, Coach, such a crucial part of the season down the stretch. Anything you'd like to say to get the Brockport students to come out to support these Golden Eagles?
Come out, support us. We're exciting. It's fun this year. We got some guys that can actually get above the rim, and the more support, the better. And come on out.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach, for taking the time to join us. Certainly appreciate it. Good luck throughout the rest of your season. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have a Golden Eagle sports update. Stay tuned.
All this and more. All this and more.
All this and more coming up.
Coming up
On the Eagles Nest.
Welcome back into the Eagles Nest. Time to play a little over-under. I'm here with Brandon Cottrill, Mike Baggerman. We're going to field them some questions about, the next few weeks in Brockport sports. Question number one, the Brockport men's basketball team has been riding a 4-game win streak the last couple weeks, currently 11-9 with 5 games to play. Top 4 teams host a round SUNYAC game. Brockport right now is 3rd. Over or under half a home SUNYAC playoff game this postseason?
Well, actually, I say over. Gerald Williams is just a freak of nature. He's their star player. In that 4-game winning streak, he actually is averaging a little over 23 points a game. He dropped 30 against Plattsburgh, and I take a look at the remaining schedule, and I want to circle February 15th is when they play Buffalo State Bengals. That was their last loss. I think if they overcome that, then they will be hosting more than just that game.
I agree with 100% with that one. I've seen this team all season. There's no doubt that they're going to make a home SUNYAC tournament game. And because they have a very tough schedule at the end of the season, 4 of their last 5 games are on the road, but at the same time, they're playing some of the best basketball that they've played all season long. There's no doubt that they're going to make it into the SUNYAC tournament at home.
All right, guys, as for the women's Golden Eagle basketball team, they've won 2 games in a row themselves. And although they've struggled at times this season, they're a game up on Plattsburgh and Fredonia, sit at 7th place in the SUNYAC Conference with just 5 games remaining. Over or under half a playoff game for the women's team this season?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go and say under. I believe they are 6-14, and I think they can beat New Paltz again. But besides that, I don't see them finishing as strong as everybody has hoped. But congratulations on the winning streak.
I have to disagree with you right there, Brandon. Brockport women's team are playing just as well as they had been all season long. They're really up on a high note, again, with a 2-game winning streak currently. And they had a very young team early on the season, but as the season has progressed, they've really come together and they've played some of the best basketball I've seen them play, not just this year, but last year as well. They didn't make it into the SUNYAC tournament last year. This year, I believe that they will make it into the SUNYAC tournament.
All right, guys, Brockport track and field senior Ray Lund defeated 50 other athletes at the Lake Erie College Open to capture the weight throw within NCAA Division III National Championship provisional qualifying standard throw of 18.6 meters. That's a mouthful. Lund's throw was 0.61 meters farther than the runner-up. Over or under 1 top 5 finish in the weight throw for Ray Lund?
I'm going to go ahead and say over. Ray Lund, he only stands at 6'3", but he throws like a 10-foot giant. I think he'll go ahead and do it.
Ray Lund has been fantastic, not just this year, but last year as well. Lund is one of the best players in all of not just the SUNYAC, but all of Division III. There is no doubt that he will crack a top 5 finish.
All right, guys, last question here. Senior Caitlin Dewey on the Brockport gymnastics team remains the #1 ranked gymnast in both the all-around and floor exercise, while junior Kylie Chapman remains the #1 on the balance beam. The Golden Eagles' high score of 46.35 is the second highest performance from a Division III school this year. Over or under 1.5 Brockport gymnasts finishing the season with a #1 ranking.
I'll go with over. John Finney, coach of the gymnastic women, doing an excellent job with these girls. Right now they're sitting at 4-6, not too good of a record, but they're doing an excellent job, and I think they hold on to their rankings.
And I agree with Brandon as well. I think 2 players are going to make it into the #1 national ranking. As you said, John Feeney has done a fantastic job with these women all season long and throughout his entire career as Brockport gymnastics coach. 2 players will become nationally ranked.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Coach Feeney does a great job with those girls, and I wouldn't be too surprised if 2 end up in the #1 spot nationally. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have some breakout performers of the week. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the Eagles Nest. We are going to leave you with a brand new segment we like to call our Breakout Performers of the Week. First up is freshman goaltender for the Brockport ice hockey team, Joe Regan. Joe stopped 47 of 49 Fredonia shots, including several point-blank looks in the third period to lead Brockport to a tie on Senior Day. Also breaking out this week, freshman Sean Wallace of the Brockport ice hockey team. He scored his first 2 college goals this weekend, one in each of the games. This coming in Wallace's 10th and 11th games of the season after he missed 9 games due to appendicitis. This out-of-the-closet performance brings Wallace's point total to 3 on the season with 3 games remaining. Our final breakout performer of the week, it's the entire Brockport women's basketball team, putting together an impressive showing this past weekend, beating Plattsburgh 67-59 and Potsdam 52-45. The back-to-back wins puts Brockport women that much closer to making an appearance in the SUNYAC playoffs. That'll do it for us here at the Eagles Nest today. I'd like to thank Mike Baggerman, Brockport assistant head coach Joe Clarke, Brandon Cottrill, and the rest of the Eagles Nest crew. We'll send it back to Studio B for Brockport Weekly.